Sadie, baby.
Honeeykay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is honeeykay, and make sure you don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and make sure you have your post notifications turned on so you can be notified every time I post a video, because who don't want to watch my videos? Everybody want to watch my videos, especially my story times, baby, because they be tea. And if you have any hypes, make sure you don't forget to hype this video so that I can know y'all like this video and I can get more story times out for y'all. Come on now, let's work together here. Let's comment, let's interact, and let's do all of the things. Make sure you don't forget to shop my merch. I have dropped my heaven sent tanks and thongs, so make sure y'all go ahead over to the honey pot. Link is down below in the description box, and make sure y'all go ahead and cop y'all one. Pretty hustler, pretty and paid, heaven sent. We got it all. Go shop, honey pot in description box. And also, I have a new single dropping, so make sure you go ahead and follow me on all my social media platforms so you can stay up to date with my life. honeeykay, 2 E's in the honey on every platform. Okay, guys, so this story time is gonna be a really good one, so let's get right into it. Okay, so this story time took place in Las Vegas, and if you watch my vlogs, y'all are probably gonna be able to put it together. I'm not gonna say any names, and please don't say any names. I will block the name. Okay, so if you said the name, it's not even gonna pop up. You can comment it. I'm gonna make sure I block the name, so if you comment it, it's not even gonna pop up for the public to see. It's automatically gonna delete. Let's not be messy in the comments. So we're gonna name her, Mariah. I had got hit up. Y'all know my life is very spontaneous, so I had got hit up last minute. Like, I'm telling y'all, last minute. It was probably like 6 hours before I had to get ready to leave for the trip. My homegirl hit me up like, hey, I got invited with some NBA players to go to Vegas, and they just want some girls to come with us, and do you want to come? I'm like what we finna be doing and stuff. So it was like, basically like, we finna be with the NBA players. They're gonna take care of us. We gonna go shopping. They gonna give us some money. It is what it is. Let me emphasize this though. It wasn't giving like you gotta do anything. It was just giving, they just want some girls to have a good time with, and whatever ends up happening, ends up happening. But that's on you. That's solely on you. They're not looking for girls for that. Let's make that clear now. That wasn't what they was looking for. They was just looking for girls to come and hang out. Girls they could trust to be around them and hang out type thing. And so I was like, oh, I'm definitely down. But the girl who invited me, let me stop using the homegirl word so loosely. She's more of an associate. So I wanted somebody that was actually my everyday homegirl to come with me, somebody that I know I can trust. Like, I'm gonna be around a bunch of NBA players, a bunch of different type of girls. Let me try to see if I could bring another homegirl. So a little bit after I told her I would come, I was like, hey, is it cool if I bring a homegirl? She was like, yeah, but just send me her Instagram. I'm like, okay, cool. So I send the girl Mariah's Instagram. After I send her Mariah's Instagram, she's like, oh, you know, actually the list is full. Like, I don't think she's gonna be able to come. Sorry, boo, it's just too last minute. I'm like, oh, okay, it's cool. I called her like, dang, you know, I wanted you to come with me, but they talking about the list is full and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. Mariah like, well, I do know the NBA player that y'all going with. I know his best friend. I'm like, well, call him then. If you know his best friend, call him and tell him you want to come. So then that way you can come regardless of what my associate said. Like, at the end of the day, if his best friend invites you, it should be cool. Like, can't nobody say nothing to you. He should make sure you straight. Mariah like, yeah, like, I know he gonna tell me to come because he be thirsty for me anyway. So I'm like, okay, bet. Just come on in. Like, just cool, come. I'm like, that's even better for me because we could have a room together. Because I already knew the NBA player had let it be known, like, he was getting all of us our own rooms and stuff. But some of the girls was gonna share rooms. And I'm like, I'd rather share a room with somebody that I'm, like, close with, you know? I'm just like, it's just a plus if I have my homegirl with me, you feel me? And we just have like a all-inclusive trip that we don't have to pay for nothing, and I'm finna put some money in your pocket. Because one thing about me, honestly, all of my homegirls could let you know, like, if you hang out with me and we hanging out with some tricks, I'm gonna make sure we get some money. And even if I just get some money, I'm gonna split it with you, because that's just what I do. I might not split it down the middle, but I'm gonna give you something because you came with me. All my homegirls know that. Every single time I have a homegirl come with me around a trick, anything like that, I'm gonna make sure you're taken care of. I'm gonna make sure everything's straight, and I'm gonna make sure you get some money in your pockets, because time is money, period. Definitely every single one of my homegirls, I put them onto some money some way, somehow. Anyways, she ended up hitting his best friend up, and his best friend was like, yeah, come. Like, you can come. Of course you can come. She's like, oh, okay, cool. So I had told her, like, okay, meet me at the hotel that we're all meeting at, and we're gonna get black trucks to Vegas. Mind y'all, Vegas is a 3.5 hour drive from LA, depending on traffic and stuff like that. It can be longer, but it can also be like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, depending on who driving, traffic, all of those things, how many times you stop, all of that. I'm like, I'm gonna just Uber to the hotel, we gonna take the black trucks and we gonna be good. So mind y'all, it was a lot of people going, so we was like 5-6 black trucks deep plus a party bus, because the NBA players was on a party bus and the rest of the girls and stuff was in the black trucks. Real quick, sorry if the lighting is not that good, the sun is going down, but I've been having such a busy schedule lately. I'm trying to get a story time out for y'all, and I'm not gonna have time to do it later tonight, so I have to get it out for y'all. Bear with me with the lighting, y'all. I'm sorry. I hope it's not like terrible. I Uber to the hotel. I'm at the bar getting drinks with my associate and all the other girls that are going to be getting in the black trucks and on the party bus, and we're all having drinks on their tab, of course. Everything, when I say everything is paid for, everything's paid for. We're having drinks on their tab and stuff, and then my homegirl Mariah called me like, I'm pulling up, but his best friend not even texting me back. Should I still come? What should I do? Should I just leave? I'm not trying to have no issues. I'm like, girl, honestly, if he told you to come, just come, and you could probably just get in the black truck with us. You don't even got to get on the party bus with them. I think you'll be fine. Like, just come on, because you already on your way. Turn around for what? I was like, it's gonna be straight. She's like, okay. So she pulls up, and then my associate ends up seeing her. She had like made a little comment or whatever, like, hey, I don't even know if there's gonna be space for her because she wasn't supposed to come. And I was like, the NBA player best friend said she could come. And she was like, oh, she know him or whatever? I'm like, yeah, she know him. He said she could come. She like, okay. So then when it was time to get in the black trucks and stuff, they was talking about they didn't have room for her. She was like, well, I'm gonna just leave, girl, because it's giving like, you know, I don't like the energy. Like, I'm gonna just leave. I'm like, nah, like, it's space. Let's just wait and see, because they getting a whole nother truck. Oh boy that I'm cool with just told me that they getting a whole new truck. So a whole new truck finna be on the way. So I'll just wait with you until the other truck gets here. And there's a whole other 2 girls who need to get in a truck too. So they calling another truck for sure. So I'm gonna just wait with you to get in the truck. She's like, okay, because my associate was like, oh, you supposed to be in this truck, but since you brought a homegirl, you know, there's no room for her. So then that's when I was just like, I'm gonna just wait for the other truck to come. So it was cool. It wasn't a big deal. The other truck comes, we on the road doing our road trip, having a ball. We taking shots and stuff because there's a bar in the black truck, so we're taking shots in the black truck, drinking. Not too much though, but we was like, when we got to Vegas, we knew we was gonna go outside, so we was like, you know, we kind of like pre-gaming on the ride there, but like I said, not too much. So then one of the girls in the back seat with the dude that I knew, I'm gonna give him a name because he actually gonna be brought up again in the story. I'm gonna name him Charles. I don't know why his name's gonna be Charles. No reason. So Charles in the back seat with one of the other girls, and the other girl he in the back seat with is like sloppy. Like, she already faded. I think she had too many drinks at the bar. I'm just like, dang, I hope she cool. But it seemed like she knew him though, because she was like all over him. So I'm like, oh, they must know each other. Like, it was giving out, because like, I'm talking about, she had her leg on him the whole ride, like he rubbing on her, all that. But you could tell she was a little like, you could tell she was like drunk. She was already to the point where she was drunk for sure. I just peeped though. I noticed things that are going on around me. So she had told him like, I really gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom so bad. Can we please stop and use the bathroom somewhere? Charles was like, nah, like not right now. Like, I don't want to stop right now. Just like wait a little bit. So she waited and waited, and then it got to a point where it was like, okay, I gotta use the bathroom too. Mariah gotta use the bathroom too. And Charles like, okay, we gonna pull over. So as soon as we pull over, all the girls go to the restroom and we use the bathroom, and then we kind of like, we hungry. So then we tell the driver like, can he stop and get some food? And then Charles like, stop at the gas station real quick, then we gonna stop and get some food too. And so they stop at the gas station, everybody get out, we all getting back in the car. When we getting back in the car, I'm the first one to get in the car because I was sitting in the front seat of the black truck. Everybody was like talking outside the truck and then was getting back in the car. But because I was the first one in the car, y'all, why did the black truck driver ask me like, hey, you want to do some coke? And I was like, no, I'm good, I'm straight. He like, do any of your friends want coke? I'm like, I know my homegirl don't want none, but I don't know about the other girls. They might, you could ask them. And I text Mariah, I'm like, girl, why did the black truck driver just ask me if I want some coke? I was like, what the hell? And we were just laughing about it or whatever. And then we finally get to the hotel. We check in our room, all of that. Once we check in our room, we like, okay, we gotta get ready for the night. Where did we go that first night? I can't remember where we went, but we definitely went out. We went back to our rooms, freshened up, did what we did, and got dressed for that night, and we went out. And I know we went to the club for sure. Yeah, we went to the club, and then after the club we went to the casino. And when we was in the casino, we was in a private room, and they had brought us food, hookah, all that while we was in a private room. And the girl who was already tipsy in the truck with us, she was still drinking, she was talking to us. She was actually really cool. The 2 girls that was in the car with us were super cool, and we ended up just being with them for the rest of the trip, to be honest. So once we was just like in the casino just gambling and stuff, Charles was trying to catch him one, y'all. That's what this man was worried about. He was trying to catch him one, and he was really trying to catch him one bad. mad. He ended up going for a girl who was already low-key super drunk. I feel like it was just like an easy target and he knew that. So it was just like, for me, Charles, you're kind of like the little homie, to be honest. Oh, and let me not forget to mention, the best friend that Mariah knew, he did end up bringing another girl. That's why he wasn't texting Mariah back no more. So the whole night while we was out and while we was in the casino, Mariah had seen him with the other girl, and the other girl was like all in his face and stuff, and she had said something to him like, baby, I'm finna go to the room. While we was in a private casino, me and Mariah definitely peeped like he had brought a girl, but as soon as that girl went to the room, he was all in Mariah's face, and Mariah was like, didn't you come here with somebody, like, you know, like that type of timing. So she wasn't really like talking to him for real, and yeah, he started gambling and stuff, so they just wasn't talking. And then that's when Charles was on the hunt, on the pry. The NBA player that we with, he gambling, y'all. He gambling. He wins a stupid bag. I'm talking about they throwing money in the bag, just throwing it in the bag. The casino bringing out paperwork for him to sign and stuff. I ain't never seen nobody have to do all this paperwork because he really won a bag. I don't know. I was hearing crazy numbers, y'all, but I do know for a fact that it was over 100,000 for sure. Like, might have been over 500,000. Like, it was a stupid crazy number that he won. Yeah, when I saw them throwing it in the bag, I'm like 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 80,000. Damn, I'm still going and throwing it in the bag, y'all. So then the NBA player, he ends up passing out like 10,000 to each of his homies, and I'm like, oh wow. So why Charles come over here flexing his money on us? Like, we didn't just watch him give that to you. Like, please, like, I don't know, for you to come over here and flex that money to us, like he didn't just come give that to you, is crazy. So we just like getting lit, all of that. We end up eating the food that we ordered to the private room. We was vibing and stuff, and then we noticed that the girl who had rode with us, we gonna name her Nancy. I'm just naming her Nancy. Like I told y'all, there was 2 girls in the car with us besides me and Mariah. So one named Nancy, and I'm gonna name the other one Larissa. So Nancy, who was like already drunk and she had rode with us in the car, Nancy ended up going with Charles, and they were gone for a little bit, and we didn't know where they went. We just assumed like, okay, maybe Charles got him what he wanted and they're going to the room, do what they do. So then a little bit later, Charles comes back downstairs. By that time, me and Mariah had like talked to other people around and stuff like that, and we were just like networking and things. And I had ended up seeing one of the bottle girls from Cheetahs. If y'all know, I used to dance at Cheetahs. And she's like, oh, I know you. And I'm like, I don't really remember you. She was like, I work at Cheetahs. Like, you work at Cheetahs? I'm like, oh yeah. My job, Mariah work at Cheetahs too, but she don't really be talking to people like that, so the girl didn't know her. But she was like, yeah, I know you. And I was like, oh, well, hey girl, like, what's your name? And then we had just met or whatever, and she was actually the one who came with the NBA player. So it was like, oh, okay, cool. So Larissa was at the table with the NBA player while he was winning, and he was handing Larissa like money while he was winning, because Larissa was like cheering him on, telling him like, oh yeah, that's a good bet, stuff like that. So people tend to like tip girls that be at the table with them while they winning. It's like, you my good luck charm, I'ma tip you. So Larissa was over there just racking up her little money, her little hundreds he was passing her, having a time. So me and Mariah like, damn, like, okay, maybe we should have sat at the table, but it's cool. Like, good for Larissa, good for Larissa. When Charles came back downstairs, I asked him like, where Nancy at? He like, she good. Like, offensive, on guard about it. I'm like, damn, okay, I'm just asking you, like, where's Nancy? She was with you and then you came back downstairs by yourself? He like, she in my room, she good. I'm like, oh, okay. Something didn't sit right with me about it. That's what made me ask, like, why did you come back downstairs and she didn't? So I just wanted to make sure she was straight, because people be weird, you know? So I just wanted to make sure she was straight. So I'm like, okay, like, cool. So then me and Mariah, we end up having more drinks, having hookah, having a ball. They playing music in the private room. We started twerking a little bit. Then some other guys was like trying to talk to us and stuff. And then Charles, he started like getting on my top. Like, he like, come back to my room. I'm like, Nancy in your room. He like, yeah, but you can come be with us. Like, I don't know what the fuck you think this is, but I'm not about to go be in a room with you and Nancy. No. And do what? So I was like, I'm cool. I was like, if you looking for that, you could probably get that from one of these other girls, though. Like, they probably gonna go for that, but I'm not. I'm sorry. He like, man, stop playing. Just come to the room. I just started laughing at him, and I had just walked away because I was getting me a drink when he had came up to me. So I had just walked away and went back and told Mariah, like, girl, why Charles talking about some come to the room? I'm like, ain't Nancy up there? So while me and Mariah talking, another girl who had came in a different black truck, she ended up coming over to me and Mariah, and she talking to us like, ain't they supposed to be giving us the money? Like, he just want all that money. Is we gonna get some money? I was like, girl, I think so. Like, they supposed to be. That's what my homegirl who invited me said that they was gonna look out for us. So I was like, I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see. Like, he just won it. She like, oh, okay, bet. Like, she like, I'm trying to low-key just go to somebody's room or something and just get my money. I'm like, oh, well, Charles was looking for somebody to go to the room with him, so if you want to go, you can. Like, just go ask him. She like, oh, okay, like, let me go see. She was like, which one is that? I was like, I'm gonna just go get him for you. So I go tell Charles like, hey, she want to go up to a room with somebody, so if you want to take her with you and Nancy, you can. He like, who? So I'm like, that girl right there. He like, oh, all right, bet. So y'all, he ended up taking her to the room with him and Nancy. Once they went up to the room, they were gone for a little bit. Me and Mariah was doing us, and then by the time we was leaving the private room, Charles came back downstairs again. And so then we all went to the mansion part where like they was staying at, the NBA players and stuff. So we go to the mansion part. Mind y'all, it's the morning time already. We have not been to sleep. So once we get to the mansion side, we did go to the mansions, but we had went back to our room first, me and Mariah. So then me and Mariah had went to our room to go change into bathing suits first before we go to be in the pool at the mansion side. Mariah changed into her bathing suit. I just changed into some shorts and a little sports bra because that's all I had. I didn't bring a bathing suit. And when we went to go change our bathing suits, oh boy, Charles and his homie, they was not trying to let us out their sight, low-key. Like, they was not trying to let us out their sight. Like, they was like, okay, y'all finna go change, we gonna wait for y'all, like, blah blah blah. Mind y'all, Charles was trying to talk to me while we was walking back to the room, but I wasn't going. And so I was just like, I was kind of getting irritated with him because he just kept trying. So I'm like, bro, like, I'm good, I'm cool. So then Mariah was right there. He started telling Mariah like, who the fuck your homegirl think she is? Like, who told this bitch she was hot shit? She not hot shit. You see what the fuck I be doing? This is my life every day, bitch. Da 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 da. Like, this is my life every day. Be like calling me on my name, all of that. Like, who she thinks she is? You was not hot shit. I don't know what nigga asked your head up to think you hot shit, but you're not. Says the same nigga who's trying to take me to his room. I'm not hot shit now because you're getting put down because I'm denying you. Now I'm not hot shit. I was just hot shit 5 minutes ago when you was asking me to go to your room though, right? That's what I said to him or whatever. So we going back and forth. We going back and forth. Mariah is telling him like, just chill. Like, we not gonna do that. Like, calm down, calm down. So then he like, nah, I don't know who she thinks she is. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just be quiet because I'm not gonna sit here and argue with this grown ass man that was just trying to get me to go to his room. Now you're trying to say who you are and what you got going on. Whole time, your front tooth is rotten whole time. But I'm not hot shit. Okay, cool. That chain you got around your neck, your homie probably bought that for you. I just watched another grown man hand you 10 bands and you just tried to flash it in my face. But I'm not hot shit though. Cool. Okay, yuck mouth. And I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with no grown man who haven't been to dentist in 10 years. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't even want you to yell too loud because I might smell your breath. Like, stop. Just be quiet. I'm over it. I'm just gonna be quiet so you can be quiet. So they like, we just gonna meet y'all back at the mansions. So we like, cool. We go back to the room, we change, and then we get lost. And we end up having to call them, and they end up having to tell us how to get back to the mansions. We finally get back to the mansions. We knock on the door. They're not answering the door. Me and Mariah ended up going to the courtyard pool that was outside, and we was like, we're just gonna wait and see. Like, we just gonna do us and order drinks and stuff over here. So then Larissa ended up calling us like, where y'all at? Like, I don't want to be over here by myself with them. Like, they not on nothing. Larissa ended up going to the courtyard pool, and then they ended up calling Mariah, and they ended up calling Larissa like, why y'all at the courtyard? Like, come back. We was like, y'all wasn't answering the door, and we was like, oh, we at the courtyard pool. So then, and then Charles comes to the pool. Charles homie comes to the pool. Mind you, Charles homie that came to the pool is the same homie that was trying to talk to me. Once Charles came to the pool with his homie, then that's when the NBA player best friend came to the pool too. So then he was with Mariah. Charles came and sat by me. This was after we're arguing, mind you. He came and sat by me. I'm in a little cabana drinking my champagne. He on the phone with one of his other homies. I think that's what made him come sit down with me because he was on the phone. So he came and sat down and he was like, yeah, it's this little fine thing right here on the trip. I'm sitting next to it right now, bro. He on FaceTime with him, so he's showing me to the guy. He like, oh yeah, she fine. He like, I'll fly her out. Mind you, he was just saying how I'm not hot and I need to pipe down because I'm not who I think I am. That's the thing about liquor. People will say things off liquor and then be cool. Like, it's like, what? You was just talking to me. But now I'm hot on while you on the phone with your homie. Okay, cool. His homie like, yeah, I'll fly you out. Like, you gonna come? Da da da. I'm like, I don't know you to be coming. Like, and I was just laughing, like, just playing along, whatever. Whole time I'm like, Charles, get the away from me. You are weird. You're bipolar. You don't know if I'm hot shit or not. You don't know nothing. Just go ahead, go somewhere else. So then Charles started talking about some, yeah, I just want to know if she shave it or she don't. Because if you real grown, you don't shave it. I'm like, that was random as hell. Like, what? You want to know if I shave it or if I don't? What are you talking about? Like, this man really acted like he did not just flip out on me like 20 minutes ago. And his homie like, yeah, I like a little hair down there. That's childish if it don't got no hair down there. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, y'all wouldn't like me no way because I wax. At the time I wax. I laser now, but at the time I wax. So I was like, y'all wouldn't like me anyways. I wax. It's definitely bald down there. Smooth and bald. I'm not your type. Move along. Like, get on. I guess I'm childish. The guy on the phone like, yeah, that's too much like a baby, too much like a kid. No, you're weird. That's all that is. You're actually weird. So then he ended up getting off the phone, going to go get him a drink. And then his other homie that he came with came and sat with me or whatever. And he was just like taking pictures of me and stuff. It was just funny. It was good vibes. Mariah over there in the pool with the NBA player, best friend, she over there spitting shots in this man's mouth, having a time of her life. I'm like, okay, like y'all over there getting freaky. Like, cool. Like, you spit shots in his mouth. I'm taking videos like, oh, you just spit that in his mouth. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, because wasn't he just here with another bit? But okay. Have a ball. We haven't gotten no sleep. It's literally like 10 a.m. We ain't even been to sleep yet. Like, we just having a time. At this point, I'm starting to become delirious because I'm sleep deprived. But we're having a time. So then after the pool, we all leave out the pool. We go back to their room. I'm so tired. We eat breakfast. The chefs cook us breakfast and stuff. We eat breakfast in the mansion. We go back to our room, take a shower, all of that. We're gonna take a nap before it's time to go out again later tonight. Okay, y'all, so the sun literally is like going down by the second. So if the lighting changed a little bit, it's because the sun went down and now I have my light on. So my bad for interrupting the story. Okay, I left off where we got back to the room. We wanted to get a little bit of sleep because we knew we was gonna be going out again that night. This was the second night. And so once we went to sleep, took a nap, did what we did. I think I forgot what we did during the day. And then we got ready for that night. We went out to eat. We went to Carbone. It was cool. Everybody was being cool. We ordered our food. Everything was paid for, like I told y'all. And then after we went to Carbone, we ended up going to a club. So then when we was on the way to the club, they had ended up giving us some money to book our flights home. So we had ended up booking our flights home because we wasn't going to drive back home. So they gave us the money to do that. We booked our flights home. Then we got to the strip club. And when we got to the strip club, everything was cool. They had got like a stupid bag. They was not handing it to the girls to throw. Like, the NBA player had gave it to all his homies to throw, and his homies was giving it to whatever girls he wanted to throw money. So I'm like, one thing about me, I'm not about to sit in nobody's strip club and not throw no money. So either I'm gonna get my own money or y'all gonna give me some money to throw. So I had ended up talking to one of the guys that was trying to talk to me on the trip, and I had just told him like, hey, I'm gonna sit in a section with you. Can I get some money so we can throw it? He was like, of course, I got you. He gave me some money. I gave some money to Mariah, and we was both throwing some money. And I had took a picture. Why, when I took a picture, one of the girls was like, one of the girls that was in the section, mind you, she was not nobody's girlfriend. She like, what are you doing over here? And I was like, worry about you. She was like, what do you mean worry about me? I said, because you're asking me, what am I doing over here? When obviously the man who money it is don't have an issue with me right here. It was the way she said it too. She looked at me crazy. So automatically I had a crazy response. I'm not even that type of person to have a crazy response. If she would have asked me like, hey girl, you know, this is our section, right? I would have been like, no, yeah, no, I already asked him if I can come over here. Because honestly, I'm sorry to say, but I feel like females who try to start a problem, because that was you trying to start a problem with me at that point. Because if the roles were reversed, I would have never asked if another female, what are you doing over here? And the face she had, and she was looking at me like, I'm minding my business. What the fuck are you doing over here? Maybe I was on guard and I automatically got offended. I don't know. You could take it how you want to take it, but I took it like you had an attitude because your tone of voice and all of that. So yeah, that was my response. And then the NBA girlfriend was right there too. She was like, no, I know her. She's good. She's cool. And then the girl responds to her friend and says, no, but I don't like how she responded to me. I said, well, girl, I don't even like how you started talking to me. She like, who is this girl? I said, who are you? And then that's when the girl was like, just chill. I'm like, yeah, girl, just chill. And she was like, oh, no, because we can really take it there. And I just walked away because, girl, I don't have to take it nowhere with you. Obviously, you're pressed. So I'm gonna let you stay pressed. Obviously, me and my presence disturbed you enough. I don't even need to take it there with you. Yeah, go about your night, I'm gonna go about mine. So then I walked back over to Mariah and I told Mariah, like, why is this girl over here tripping like da-da-da? So I'm talking and the girl see me talking and I really could care less. Like, girl, yeah, watch me talk about how you're so pressed about me. And then Mariah was like, what's going on? Like, what do they want to do? And I'm like, no, it's not even like that. I'm like, just leave it alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone. Just gonna dead that because it's not even worth it. So Nancy, Larissa, and Mariah, we was all sitting together in that section that I had walked over to and asked the guy if we could sit over there. He was like, yeah. So Larissa ends up knowing somebody in Vegas and she came to the strip club with us as well. And we were all low-key just ready to leave the strip club because they weren't giving us enough money to keep throwing and they were just throwing the money. We were just sitting there. So Larissa was like, you know what? I got some friends, like some rich friends out here. Let's go link them. They're at the casino right now. They'll probably give us some money to gamble and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. We can just go. So we go over to the casino. We go to the Aria. And then we meet up with her friends. So it's me, Nancy, Larissa, and Mariah. We all with Larissa friends. We're at the bar before we start going to go gamble. Y'all, Mariah does not drink tequila unless she's with me. Like, I'll tell her, like, take a shot with me, like 1 or 2, but that's it. She'll drink champagne. So mind y'all, the whole night she been drinking champagne. But since we've been friends, she's never been that type of girl who will drink tequila and not be able to handle herself. Like, I get it. Everybody can't mix champagne and tequila, because I can do that and I'll be fine. Like, I'm still functional. I'm still knowledgeable. I still know what's going on. I still know what I'm doing. I still know what I'm saying. I still know how I'm acting. So I had drunk some champagne too, but I mostly was on tequila, I will say, and she was mostly on champagne. So when we're at the bar, Larissa's friends that we met up with get all of us rounds of shots. So we're drinking tequila. So we take like 2 or 3 shots. Mariah's taking them with us. I even want to say Mariah gave me her last shot because she didn't want to take it. And so I had took the last shot for her. And then after our shots, we all end up going to the tables to go to play. They did not give us no money to play with. So I was just standing at the table. And I'm like, okay, like, let me see if I could find me somebody at the table that will give me some money. Because sometimes in Vegas, y'all, you don't have to spend money. Like, a lot of times in Vegas, you don't got to spend money. Like, guys will buy you drinks, give you money to gamble with, stuff like that. So I'm like, let me see, because I really don't even want to gamble for real. We just came, but since I'm right here, let me just see. So Larissa homies, they end up giving her some money to play with, obviously. So me, Nancy, and Mariah standing there. Mariah ends up talking to some guy, and he ends up giving her some chips to play with. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Mariah playing, so I'm gonna stand right here. Me and Nancy just standing there. We don't got nothing to play with. I ended up talking to some guy at the table. He was cool. He was asking me about my Rolex, stuff like that. We was having small talk. One thing about a watch, it will start a conversation. So he was just telling me about his watch collection and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay, like, cool. He was winning. So I'm like, let me see if he'll give me some chips to play with. He didn't give me no chips. I was talking to him for a good 15 minutes. That's 15 too long. I was over it. So I told Nancy, like, let's walk around the casino. Nancy, like, bet. So I text Mariah, like, we finna go, me and Nancy finna go walk around and go see what else is going on. She like, okay, bet, my phone finna die, but I still have my portable charger, so, you know, just keep in touch. And I was like, got you, for sure, you already know. We walking around, me and Nancy just chopping it up. We talking about how we both low-key ready to go. We was like, you know what, we kind of just want to go back to the MGM and like walk around there. It's 3 in the morning. Our flights is literally in a couple hours. So we like, we're not even going to bed. We just gonna go walk around somewhere else because it's like dry in here. Ain't nobody in here. It's not nothing to do. Like, the Aria casino is not, it's cool, but it's not, you want to go to a restaurant, cool, but other than that, it ain't much really going on. So we was like, we'd rather just go back to the MGM. If you know the MGM got a lot of stuff going on. Like, it's hella shit in the MGM. So I text Mariah, like, we low-key ready to go. Mind y'all, she said she had her portable charger in her bag. She literally said, my phone finna die, but I have my portable charger. So Mariah texted me, like, where y'all at? I'm like, we walking around, but we ready to go. She like, okay, I'm ready when you ready type thing. Like, we could leave now. And I'm like, okay, bet. So me and Nancy walked back to the tables that they playing at. Larissa's still playing. Mariah's still playing. But when we walk over there, Mariah is literally rolling the dice. And she like, yes, I knew it was 6. I knew it was going to be 6. Like, she like, yes, 9. Like, she hit it. And I'm like, oh, she winning. Bet. Like, I'm never going to tell my homegirl to get off a table because I'm ready to go and you're winning. Win your money, friend. Get your money. Like, period. I'm sitting there, standing by her. I'm watching her play. I'm like, win that money, friend. Win that money, friend. Get your bag. Like, I'ma support it. I'm all for my homegirl getting some money. Another 15 minutes passed. They're still playing. So me and Nancy like, okay, like now I'm getting kind of like sluggish. It's 3 something in the morning. I'm tired. I want to move around. I want to have some fun. I don't want to spend my last couple hours watching y'all gamble. I just don't. I'm sorry. But since my friend is winning, I'm not going to tell her to stop. Mind y'all, Larissa was also at the table. So I'm like, me and Nancy could just go. And I'm like, Nancy, you want to just go? And then they could just meet us when they done. She like, yeah, that's cool. Like, that's cool. So I walk over to Mariah. I'm like, hey, boo, I'm finna leave. What you mean you finna leave? I'm like, I'm finna go. Cause like, I don't want to sit here no more. I've been ready to go. I'm tired. I'm ready to go. She like, what you mean you're ready to go? Like, why would you come over here and tell me you're ready to go in front of everybody? What do you mean you're ready to go? Why would you come over here and tell me you're ready to go like we didn't come here together? I'm like, girl, cause you're playing. Like, keep gambling. I'm ready to go, so I'm gonna go. We can meet at the room. Like, what do you mean? She like, no, that's weird as fuck. You're a fake ass friend. Starts walking off. So I'm walking behind her like, what the fuck? Like, you calling me a fake ass friend? What are you talking about? So I'm walking behind her. She's like, no. And she's getting louder as she's walking away from the table. So Nancy was waiting on me to call the Uber, but I wasn't even calling it no more because this girl's yelling in the casino now. So she's like, no, what type of fake ass friend are you? I literally texted you and told you my phone was finna die. And then you walk over here and come tell me that you're finna leave. Like, we didn't come here together. Mind y'all, we're walking while she's saying this, like yelling though. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're being a real weirdo right now. Like, girl, I'm telling you I'm finna leave because you're at the table winning money. Why would I tell you to get off the table if you're winning money? I know if I was winning money, I don't even like to be bothered when I'm winning money at the table. I like to be left alone. You can come get me later. Like, or I could meet you later. Like, if you want to leave, leave. Like, at the end of the day, if you're winning money, why would I tell you to get up and leave? What? How does that make sense? She's like, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. You want to leave? Leave. It's cool. Because any friend of mine wouldn't have left me. She's yelling, y'all. She's yelling this while she's speed walking through the casino. I'm not about to chase you, first of all. I'm not about to chase you. So I'm way behind her. Me and Nancy are walking together. Larissa don't even know what's going on. She's still at the table. Me and Nancy are walking together. Nancy's like, why is she mad? I'm like, she mad because I told her we was finna leave. And I guess she didn't want me to leave without her. But she was literally at the table winning. She like, Nancy like, no, for real. What the heck? So then Mariah is still yelling while she's walking down the casino. Everybody is staring at us. And so I don't even know where she's walking to. I have heels on. I'm not about to chase you. We all have heels on. I'm not about to chase you in this casino. And I'm not about to go to jail for you. Because Vegas don't even play like that. Vegas is a crazy place. So you can go ahead and storm off. And I'm just going to call you. Because what? So she storms off while she's yelling, you're not a real friend. Because what the I just told you my phone's finna die. But don't worry about me. Blah, blah, blah. She's walking so fast. She stops yelling. And then I don't see her no more. Me and Nancy don't see her. So then like we're walking towards like the front of the hotel. Because I'm like, I'm just finna call the Uber. Then I'm over here like, before I call the Uber, I'm trying to see where she went though, because I'm not trying to leave my friend. I'm not that friend. I'm not gonna leave my friend, especially when you just walked off yelling, talking about your phone's finna die. Why are you walking off if your phone's finna die? That's just weird. Like, all of this because I said I'm finna leave. All you had to do was say, just give me 10 more minutes, friend, and then we could go together. I would have been like, cool, simple. But instead, I think the liquor might have got to you. I really don't know what it was. But instead, Mariah's reaction was, what the f you mean you finna leave when we came together? Why would you come to me and say you're finna leave when we came together? Blew up. Like, literally, when I say this was the most blown out of proportion argument I've ever had with anybody, like, this was so, it could have been so simple, but you blew it up for what? I don't know. I'm calling her to see where she at. Nancy walks around to see if she sees her. Nancy don't see her. I'm not gonna go chase no grown woman or look around for you. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna call you. We're both grown. Answer your phone. Your phone wasn't dead, but you also said you had a portable charger. So what are you really mad about here? I'm so confused. So I'm calling, her phone is ringing. I know her phone not dead. I'm calling it. I call her 3 times, y'all. So I text her. Let me go to the voice note, y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna have proof on the screen. I like to have receipts. I'm gonna have it on the screen. I'm crying looking at these messages. Everybody was doing coke. I'm dead. We was talking about them, how they were doing coke. No shade. So when I was calling her, she wasn't answering. I texted her. I said, I'm about to call the Uber. And then it was like 3 minutes later, I said, bro, we're looking for you. I called her again. She didn't answer again. She said, go ahead. I literally just found my charger. I'ma just order an Uber once my phone is charged. I said, we can order it together. We're literally waiting to call it because we're waiting for you. Why would you just walk off? That makes no sense. She said my phone was dead. Her phone was never dead. I was calling her phone. It was never dead, y'all. It was ringing the whole time. Mind you, how is your phone dead but you're charging it on your portable charger now? Even if your phone was dead, call, answer your phone. Mind you, she's saying this after she already texted me back. So you could have just called me back instead of still texting me. But instead you decided to keep texting me and respond, my phone was dead and we arguing. So obviously I don't want to get kicked out the casino. Mind you, we're not arguing. You were yelling in the casino like a maniac. We were not arguing. You were a grown woman in the casino walking off yelling because I told you I was finna leave. Okay. So my phone was dead. We were arguing. So obviously I don't want us to get kicked out the casino and be outside looking dumb with a dead phone. This was my response to her. This is my voice note. I thought y'all were winning money, so I wanted you to stay and keep winning money. You took it as I wanted to leave you. That's never the case. I don't know why you thought that. I don't know, whatever. I don't give a fuck, because that's not even the type of bitch I am. So I know what type of bitch I am. Thought you did too, but I guess I don't know. Anyways, it's about to be 4 in the morning. It's giving an hour at the MGM. That's not enough time to do anything. Like, that's why I was ready to go. Like, if y'all are winning money, why not stay and win money? If I'm not winning money, obviously I'm gonna leave and we could meet up again. We never had to just follow each other the whole night. Like, I don't know, bitch. It was just giving keep winning money. Like, I'm happy for you. Keep winning money. That's all it was giving. You thought I was trying to leave you. I don't know why. I'm trying to order the Uber right now, like, regardless if your phone is charged or not, only because you could charge your phone at the room or somewhere else. I don't want to sit at the Aria. Like, my shit's not even here. It's not where I'm leaving from. I'm ready to go. I feel like your phone's not about to, it's not on 1%, is it? So then after I said your phone's not on 1%, is it? I said, girl, my phone is about to die too. And I sat over here for nothing. I'm trying to go. Nancy just called the Uber because my phone about to die. And then that's when she talked about some go ahead. That's why I said, don't worry about me. It's okay. I'm just trying to let my phone charge. I'm in the bathroom. Why the are you trying to let your phone charge in the bathroom when you just said you had a portable charger? Just come on, bro. Like, I don't have time for these type of games. Like, just come on. Mind you, my voice note, I did sound a little irritated and I was a little tipsy. Like, obviously we were drinking. But I did come at her a little irritated because you just ran through the casino yelling at me, talking about some, bitch, you're weird as fuck, talk about you're finna leave me. So yeah, my response in the voice note might sound a little aggressive or might come off a little aggressive, but you already came at me like that. And when I did not come at you like that at all. And I feel like any friend of mine, they know my intentions. Why would you ever think I'm trying to leave you? Like, we don't have to be together the whole night. Just link back up with me. Why is this an issue? And if you did not want me to leave you and you wanted to be with me the whole night, that's not a problem. Say that. Be like, just wait for me, friend. And I would have did that. I would have just waited for you. I'm never finna be like, no, I'm not waiting for you. Bye. If you know me, you know I'm gonna wait for you. I thought you knew me. Like I said in the voice note, like I thought you knew that about me. Like I would think if anybody knew that, you would know that. Like, come on now, why would I leave you? I'm just saying we could meet back up or I'm just ready to go. Like if you didn't want to keep gambling, we could have just left together. Simple as that, bro. It was so simple. But you want to run through the casino yelling at me when you could have had a simple conversation. But you wanted to have that energy. So obviously I'm going to have that energy too. But I'm still not trying to leave you. I'm still not trying to leave you. So I'm like, just come on, bro. But you're steady here trying to say, just go ahead. Don't worry about me. It's okay. I'm trying to let my phone charge. I said, the Uber is 9 minutes away. I said, girl, you can let your phone charge at the room. That's weird to charge your phone in the bathroom when you already have a ride being called for you. That makes no sense at all. So I end up calling her again because I'm like, bro, she needs to come home. Like, I'm really not trying to leave her here when you could just charge your phone at the room. Like, this shit just don't make no sense to me. I don't even know why she tried to go up on me like that. I'm just like, bro, just come on. So I text her. I'm like, so after I said that, I texted her again. I'm like, just come on, bro. And then I called her. She not answering. The Uber's like 2 minutes away at this point. I said, girl, I don't know where you at, and that's weird for you to just walk away and disappear. So I'm just about to go to the hotel because you're acting real weird. I've never had a homegirl do no weird shit like this ever in my life. I'm calling your phone and you're not answering. That's weird for real. I said, I don't even leave my friends, but you don't want to answer your phone. So I guess I'm going to go back to my room since you don't want to answer your phone, and I'm trying to make sure you're good. So then me and Nancy just start walking to the door to like leave to meet the Uber because it was already outside at that point. So when we're walking to meet the Uber, I hear her voice echoing. Like I can hear her talking on the phone to somebody. Mind you, we're passing the bathrooms. So I'm like, oh, that's the bathrooms, and I can hear her. And it's a guy walking out the bathroom. I said, excuse me. And he was like, yeah. I was like, you hear that girl talking? Can you tell her to come the fuck on, please? I said it just like that. Because the way the men in the women's restroom is, it's like you come out like this. Like it's the girl and it's the men. But like there's no door. So you can hear. Like I could hear her when I was walking. That's how fucking loud she was yapping about whatever the fuck just happened on the phone with whoever she was on the phone with. So I'm like, can you tell her to come on, please? He like, excuse me. Some girl just said for you to come on. So then what does she do? She walks out the bathroom and she comes on, and we all get in the Uber, and I don't say nothing to her, she don't say nothing to me, because you just did all of that for what? To still get in the car with me, girl. So we all get in the Uber. Don't say nothing to each other. It's a silent ride. We get out the Uber. We at the hotel. We walking up to the hotel. She gets out the Uber speed walking. She leave me and Nancy. Me and Nancy like, what is her problem? Like, Nancy like, she's really mad because you said you was going to leave. I'm like, girl, I don't, like, I'm not even going to talk about it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what she's mad about. I really don't. Like, I'm completely just as confused as you. Like, literally. It makes no sense to me. So then, me and Nancy, we taking our time. We walk into the room. I get to the room. Mariah's in the room packing her stuff up, but mad. You know how somebody mad and they slamming everything? She packing her bag, like, putting her clothes in the bag, like hard as hell, like zipping her suitcase up. Mind y'all, I let her borrow some of my clothes. The clothes I let her borrow while we was out there, she had like put them on my bed, like, but she didn't say nothing to me though. But she had put them on my bed or whatever. And I had like just got my face washed up because it wasn't even time to go to the airport yet. We still had probably like 2 or 3 hours till our flight. So I went in the bathroom, I'm washing my face, all of that. Like I'm taking my time, finna take a shower before I get on the flight. Like I just wanted to clean up. Like we had just been out all night and stuff. So I was just like, I'm gonna wash my face, take a shower and stuff. So I'm washing my face. She comes to the bathroom. She has her bag. She's like, she stops at the bathroom door. She's like, so do you want to take accountability for what you said? And I was like, take accountability for what, girl? That I'm gonna leave? That I wanted to leave? No, I'm not taking accountability for saying that I wanted to leave when all you had to do was say, just wait for me, or no, don't leave yet. If you wanted me to stay, girl, you were being a weirdo. Oh, okay, you want to keep calling me a weirdo? You want to keep saying that the weird word? Okay, bet, bitch. Bye. And left. Who left who? Now you left me, because I didn't even leave you. Now you left me. Since you want to sit here and talk about somebody leaving somebody, now I'm the B word, and not the type of B word we be calling each other, because we do call each other that. But I'm the B word, the type that you don't like. I don't argue with my friends. Like, now you're saying bye, and it's like, okay, this is exactly why I said you're being a weirdo. You're so mad because I called you weird. Instead of you being like, you know what? I just wish you would have said it like this instead of you saying I'm gonna leave. I would have took that. I really would have. But instead you came up to me and said, so are you gonna take accountability for how you for what you said? And I'm just like, girl, take accountability for what? I literally was like, I'm not taking accountability for saying that I want to leave somewhere that I want to leave. Like, no, I'm not. So when she walked out the room, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, okay, so I get to the airport, I'm vlogging, I'm like, I'm in my vlog, throwing little shots. I don't really care, because at that point, you're weird, and you're still weird. To this day, you're still a weirdo. And if you're watching me right now and you're watching this story time and you know it's about you, you're still weird. So I get to the airport, I'm in my vlog, like, y'all see I'm by myself. I didn't come by myself, but I'm by myself now. Whoop-de-woo-woo. I just said that, whatever. I didn't say too much about it, though. I get on the plane. You know how it's like 3 in a row, and then, like, it's the aisle, and then it's another 3? So she's on the opposite side. It's 3 over there. She's sitting in her seat, and then my seat is over here. So when I walk on the flight, we make eye contact, and she's talking on the phone, and she's laughing. And so I look at her, and I just was like, I didn't do nothing. I just was like, I had just giggled, like, this was a joke. So I had just, like, I had seen her, and I had just said, and I got in my seat, and then when I got in my seat, you know, we was on a plane for like 45 minutes, got back to LA, touched down in LA, and when you fly with Frontier in LA, and you get to the airport, I think it's like Frontier, Allegiant, like certain airlines, when you land in LAX, you have to get on the bus to get to like the main side of the airport so you can actually exit the airport. So I get off the plane, I'm walking, and I don't see none of them, nothing like that. And so when I get to the bus, I get on the bus. As soon as I get on the bus, I sit down and I'm listening to my music, but I could still hear. I only got one AirPod in. So when I'm listening to my music, I sit on the bus, it's passengers loading up on the bus or whatever. All I hear is, oh wow, I can't believe that. So that's what really happened? Like, dang, that's why y'all got into it? Now I see. That's Larissa talking to Mariah. And mind y'all, when they got on the bus, obviously they're talking about me. So I'm like, not Mariah talking to Larissa, somebody that you just met on this trip, about me. Like, I was like, to be honest, that's the last straw for me. I don't do the whole you politicking about you gossiping with me with a girl that we don't even know like that. You don't talk about your homegirl with somebody you don't even know like that. I don't care. I don't care if you were venting. I don't care. You don't do that. I don't do that. I don't talk about my homegirls with females that we don't even know. No, y'all don't need to know what we got going on. For all y'all need to know is we cool, and we gonna talk about it later. Because honestly, I was still willing to talk about the situation after the fact. I really would have been willing to. That rubbed me the wrong way. But I'm like, okay, noted type thing, you know, noted. What made it even worse was when they got on the bus and she was like, oh, so that's what you were talking about? They both looked at me and I looked at them. And then Mariah was like, yeah, the weather's so different now that we back in LA. Girl, you gonna change the whole subject? Like, I didn't just hear what Larissa said. Girl, I heard her. I heard her. It's too late. I know y'all are talking about me. You tried to change the topic, but I already heard you. I get home, I get a text from Larissa. Larissa's like, hey boo, I heard about what happened between you and Mariah, and I would love to hang out with you now that we're back in LA. I hope everything's cool. Just wanted to make sure you made it home safe. I'm thinking in my head, like, thank you for texting me this though, because this is confirmation that I'm cool off her. Because why are you talking about me with somebody else? No. So that was the confirmation that I needed to know, because I'm like, okay, so I wasn't tripping. They were talking about me when they got on that bus. I wasn't just hearing stuff. That's exactly what was going on. Cool. Peeped it. Noted again. Great. So I texted her back like, oh, hey boo, thanks. Definitely was really nice meeting you. Left it at that. And as far as Mariah, went to my Instagram, unfollowed her, removed her as a follower. I just don't do that type of, my friends don't, we don't do that. It is what it is. Removed her off Instagram, deleted her number. And mind y'all, also, it was this, and it was also another time that I took her on a cruise with me, that I paid for the whole entire thing, took her on a cruise with me, didn't ask her for no money, and we got into it on the cruise too. And it was about something so simple. So this was the second time we've been on a trip together and we got into it. I let the first time go, but the second time, I'm not gonna keep getting into it with my homegirl every time we go on a trip together. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So I just feel like we don't need to be friends no more. And I just feel like I need to separate myself from you. And I have every right to feel that way. And I'm sorry if you're upset because I feel like I don't want to be friends no more. But one thing I'm not ever gonna do is stay friends with somebody that I don't want to be friends with no more. Like, it just is what it is. I'm never gonna keep myself around somebody that I don't want to be around no more. That's not how I live my life. And you should never feel guilty for not wanting, if you don't want to be friends with somebody or you don't want to be in a relationship no more, do not feel guilty for cutting them off. Choose you every time. That's what I'm gonna do every time. Sorry, not sorry. So yeah, I unfollowed her, removed her, deleted her number. And so when I dropped my Vegas vlog, I said at the end of my Vegas vlog, like, yeah, like, don't ever feel guilty for cutting friends off. People come into your life sometimes for a season, and it's okay to not be upset about that. To not feel guilty for cutting people off who are upset about you cutting them off. It just is what it is. Life goes on. Like, do what's best for you. Basically is what I said in that, at the ending of that video. I was like, never feel guilty for cutting a friend off that you just don't want to be friends with no more, because everybody is not meant to be in the next part of your journey, okay? So when it's time to cut them off, make sure you cut them off, because you don't need nobody blocking you from your next blessings that's coming to you, because you can't take everybody with you in the next place that you're gonna go to. And that's why I don't really hold on to things that I know I need to let go of, because I'm ready to elevate all the time. I'm never gonna hold on to nothing that is gonna hold me back. At the ending of that vlog, I said all of those things, but I also mentioned I'm not talking about one person. I've literally just cut off 2 other friends at that same time. My life does not revolve around you, Mariah. I was speaking about friendships in general, and I did mention that in the vlog. At the ending of the vlog, when I said what I said, I literally said, I'm not talking about one specific person. I've literally had to cut off multiple people within this week span. Baby, everything don't revolve around you. I don't know why you thought I was specifically talking about you. I was not. I was talking about everybody. So I might have mentioned a few things that had nothing to do with you, and you might have felt like it did, but it didn't. All I said was cut people out that you don't want around you no more. Simple as that. That was all I said regarding to her. Everything else I said didn't have nothing to do with her. I said, if people are not going to be a friend to you like you are to them, cut them off. Now, some of that could have been towards her. If the shoe fit, baby, wear it. But I literally wasn't even talking about her when I said that. I was talking about somebody else. And then, so when I said that in my video, she watched the vlog, obviously. And after she watched the vlog, she commented on my YouTube video. Also, y'all, I did forget to mention in the beginning of the story time, little backstory about how me and Mariah became friends, which is why this story time is titled the way it is. Me and Mariah met because she started working at Crazy Girls, which is a club in LA that I used to work at. And when she started working at Crazy Girls, she had came up to me one night and she had told me, like, you're honeeykay? And I was like, yeah. She was like, I watch you on YouTube. I was like, oh, hey girl, like, what's your name? Like, nice to meet you, blah, blah. And she was like telling me how my videos had kind of motivated her to come to LA and start dancing out here. And because she had like just stopped dancing for like a while, like a few years or whatever, she decided to come back dancing in LA because she was watching my YouTube videos. So it was like, oh, okay, cool, like, you're a supporter, nice to meet you, I love my supporters. So I would see her around the club and stuff. She'll like always say hi. She came up to me a couple times, had conversations, and then as we just continued to have conversations, we just became cool. She was a cool girl, so like, you know, I was like, cool. So anyways, that's just a little backstory about how we met, because I forgot to mention that in the beginning. But yeah, and after she watched the vlog, she commented on my YouTube video. You want to do everything for the internet whole time, why don't you tell the truth? If you're gonna speak on it, tell the truth. Since you want to do all this internet stuff, mind you, how am I doing all this internet stuff? I never mentioned your name. All I did was unfollow you and remove you. I guess that's me doing internet stuff. Never subbed you, never none of that. We could do some internet stuff. This story time is me doing some internet stuff, and I still didn't say your name. Like, let's be so serious. She commented this under my YouTube video, like, if you want to do the internet stuff, woo woo woo. But I feel like she was really mad because she seen the comments. Everybody in the comments was like, I never liked her anyways. She gave arrogant. They were talking about her in the comments. They were. Now, some people were saying positive things about her. Not everybody was dragging her. So then she takes it upon herself to comment saying that I'm doing internet stuff. Make sure I say the whole truth or she will expose me. What are you going to expose? I literally responded to her comment and said, what are you going to expose? I said no lies. I never say no lies. So what exactly can you expose? Because one thing I would do is a story time with receipts, babe. I said, expose what? That you are running through the casino like a maniac? Embarrassing me? That's the only thing there is to expose. She said, yeah, I was yelling in the casino because you were trying to leave me. You're a bad friend. You know my phone was finna die. That's all she kept saying. And I'm like, girl, I was never leaving you. I literally came up to you. It's different if I would have just left and not said nothing. I literally came up to you and was like, I feel like leaving. Mind you, I had already said that I felt like leaving prior to that. I said it about 2 times before I came up to you and was like, I'm finna call the Uber and leave. And then you could have literally just been like, any of my friends would have just been like, oh, I'm gonna come with you too, instead of doing all of that. So when she was in my comments, like, we low-key was kind of going back and forth. And she like started getting disrespectful, like kept saying like, you want to do internet stuff, blah blah blah. Then after she was like trying to get disrespectful in my comments with me, I started to scroll down. I noticed she was responding to people's comments about her. One thing I don't play about is my subbies. My honeybees, we're family. Every time I say welcome to the fam, when a new honeybee come and I be like welcome to the fam and all of that, I mean that. I don't play about y'all. I don't play about my supporters. You're not about to sit in my comments and argue with my supporters. No, you got the wrong one. Delete, delete, delete. Girl, go somewhere. The people who had said stuff to her, she was like, how did I give, da 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 da, and then she put the laughing emoji. She was like, y'all really some haters, like just saying stuff like that, like trying to argue with them. And I'm just like, girl, no, you're not about to argue with them. So I was deleting all her comments. I just stopped arguing with her because I'm like, girl, I'm not finna keep going back and forth with you. You obviously don't understand. So I delete the whole comment thread because I just don't even need the drama. Like, I don't. So her last comment was, yeah, you want to say you cut me off whole time you doing all this internet stuff and don't even realize that you're still sharing your location with me. So I delete the whole comment thread and I go and stop sharing my location. As soon as I stopped sharing my location, she texted me and gonna say, I thought so, with a laughing face. I said, yeah, I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Have a blessed day, girl. She said, don't speak on me unless you speaking the truth. Bye. I said, you clearly don't listen or read, so girl, bye. And I was talking about, when I said read, I was talking about the comments. We was going back and forth. Like, she was not even reading what I was telling her. Like, yeah, you don't listen or read, so I'm just gonna let you have it. Have a blessed day, like I said. So after I sent that and I said, girl, bye, I just blocked her. And I haven't talked to her since. And I don't care to talk to her because for what? There's no need to. I don't need somebody who can't have a simple conversation with their homegirl around me, drunk or not. I don't know what the reason was, why she was so offended by me saying, hey girl, I'm finna leave. When I literally said, I only said I was finna leave because you were winning. I'm never finna tell you like, I'm finna leave, stop winning money. Like, honestly, it got taken way too far. And like I said, this was the second time we got into an argument that I was like, girl, I don't know about you. Like, I don't know about you. But this was the second time we traveled and got into an argument, but this was the third time we got into an argument in general. And I just feel like I don't argue with my friends. If I start arguing with you, I don't know. We can have disagreements and talk them out, but arguing, like where we're really getting into it, I don't do that. No, thank you. We're too grown. I don't need to tell you how to be a friend. I don't need to tell you how you need to communicate as a friend. You should be able to just know what's okay and what's not. Your tone of voice matters when talking to your friends. I'm a grown woman just like you are. I require respect just like you do. And there was also another situation where she would do weird stuff. Like, y'all, there was other times she did weird stuff, and that's exactly why I was like, okay, this last time is the last time. There was another time, like, I used to always spare her, bro. She would say weird things in my vlogs and I would always cut them out because I never want nobody to drag her. I remember one time she was like, oh, I got a gift for you, while I was recording. It was like, we was having like a girls' night at the house. She's like, I got a gift for you. I'm like, oh, what? Like, okay, y'all, she said she got a gift for me. Y'all, why was it like a Kegel machine that was for like after labor? Mind you, I've never had kids, none of that. It said it was to like help retract your muscles after having a baby. So I was like, what? Oh, this helps like make your honey pot tighter. Like, I was like, I don't need this, girl. Mine is straight. Like, why would that be a gift that you give me? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, but I also wasn't trying to be offended. So I was like, oh girl, I don't need this. Like, I don't even, and I was like, oh, it goes inside of you. I was like, I don't even be putting stuff inside of me. Like, I don't put anything inside of my honey pot besides the real deal. Sorry, like, that's just, I don't. I'm like, oh yeah, no, like, I could do my Kegels myself. Like, I could do them right now. Like, you wouldn't even know I'm doing 2 Kegels right now. But boom, boom, I'm doing Kegels right now. You wouldn't even know it. Like, girl, I don't need no machines to do my Kegels for me. Like, I'm good in that area. And she was like, oh, okay, girl, like, I was just giving it to you because I just thought, like, you would have more use with it than me. What does that mean? So I was like, nope, I don't think so. And she was like, or if you don't want it, like, I for sure know you know somebody that needs it. What are you trying to say? It was just little stuff like that. It just used to be like, huh? And honestly, if I can't travel with you, we just don't need to be friends because I like to travel. If me and my friends can't make it through a trip, especially a trip that I make sure you're always taken care of. And it's not even no shade towards that either. Like, I'm not saying she couldn't pay for her own trips. I'm just saying, every time we go on a trip, I go out of my way to make sure you're good and you don't got to worry about nothing. I just don't think we need to be friends no more. And that is why me and Mariah are no longer homegirls after our trip to Vegas. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time, y'all. It was very, 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 very overdue. If you know, you know. So I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. I know how some of the girls like to tussle in the comments. I mean, you got free will, do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, you chose to watch the story time, so just sit back and enjoy it. Make sure y'all don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you turn your post notifications on so you can be notified every time I post a video, because who don't want to watch my videos? Everybody want to watch my videos, period. Make sure you hype this video. If you don't got no hypes, come back to the video, watch it again, and then hype it. Do what you got to do, period. Make sure you don't forget to shop the merch. The merch is out now. Make sure you don't forget to check out Single with Sadie Baby featuring honeeykay. But make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure y'all show this video love. It will definitely motivate me to get another story time out for y'all. So yeah, your girl about to head to the studio right now. I love you guys. Bye.
Sadie Baby.
honeeykay.
It ain't ready. Anyway, like I was saying.